Hello, my Dope Blend family. We're at season 2. We are so excited to be back in the house.
Yeah, we're back.
Really in the house. Y'all see this? New view, new setting,
Literally.
Everything. We are back in the house. We are so excited.
I'm excited.
Yes, guys, all the love, all the support. I mean, one, I know I wasn't expecting it. I really, really wasn't. But it has been an outpour. And, I mean, we've been stopped in Publix. We've been stopped at church.
Yes.
We've been stopped actually at our son's drop-off in school. People that I didn't even think were listening. I've been stopped on the job. It's just crazy.
It's been dope, though.
It's been dope, guys.
You have been dope viewers.
You guys been dope viewers. And I mean, without you, we couldn't be. And we really do appreciate that. The comments, the DMs,
Sure.
How it has blessed your lives, the questions that you guys have had. I mean, even, especially our last episode that we did, season finale for season 1 with the girls. I mean,
amazing.
you guys love that. In fact, you guys want to hear more.
Correct. And I just want to let y'all know, just like y'all wanted to hear more from the girls, this season, y'all going to hear more from me. Just so y'all know. Because, my 5-year-old son was watching one day. He messed around and he caught us on YouTube on his pad, and he was watching it, and he said, "You need to get your energy up." So guess what?
You gonna get your energy up.
Y'all ain't felt energy.
Oh my God.
Like y'all gonna feel from the co-host.
Oh my God.
On season 2 of My Dope Blend podcast.
So with that being said, season 2, we're about to bring so much more to the table. We're going to take a lot of the things from season 1 and kind of amplify them a little bit more, kind of dig a little deeper. And some new things will be introduced. I know some of the things that y'all want to hear about more, of course, is that child support, what that look like. Y'all want to hear more about the dynamic between communication, things like that. How to function in regards to how to embrace your bonus kids, even when things are not the greatest.
Sure.
How to embrace the ex, right?
How to embrace the ex.
How to embrace the ex. That is important.
How do you embrace the ex? No, we're not going to get into that yet.
Yes, but I mean, there's so many things that we're going to bring to the table. But, today in this episode, we're going to talk about love languages, right? Okay. We're going to talk about our love languages and what does that dynamic look like and blending that all together and communication skills. Because the truth is, everyone doesn't communicate the same. And with that being said, our book for the month that we have, and it is on our website at mydopeblend.com, right?
Very good.
It is Building Love Together in Blended Families, the 5 Love Languages and Becoming Step Family Smart. This is by Gary Chapman and Ron L. Deal. And I'm excited about this because the truth is I use this book. I have used it. I've looked through it when things don't seem the best, and just to always kind of refresh myself on dynamics and things that I can help other people. So I think that's what we're going to talk about today. And if y'all ready to talk about it, we're going to do this thing.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
My Dope Blend.
My Dope Blend. All right, so let's get started. So as I mentioned, we're going to talk about and talk through the book of the month, Building Love Together in Blended Families. But it says the 5 love languages and becoming a step family, which I really like to say bonus family smart, because it's all about a bonus.
Correct.
Being in this type of blended situation is not a step, it's a bonus.
Yeah, you walk on steps.
Absolutely. So with that, I think it's important to mention that, we have to understand the 5 love languages as a couple. We have to be able to speak to that before we can actually bring our children in the mix,
Correct.
right? Would you agree?
I do agree. And most people are more familiar with the original 5 love languages book that kind of entails what a different person's love language is, knowing your own love language, being able to speak your significant other's love language. I think that's the context that most people associate when they hear love languages. So I think it's going to be unique to hear the spin now on blending families and the love languages of a blended family.
Absolutely. So something and I want to read this first that caught my eye, and I think it's important, and we're going to kind of go from that. We're going to speak a little bit more off of this little phrase that they said in the book. It says, because blended family relationships naturally create competing love, especially in the beginning, avoiding the barriers discussed within this book will help you avoid conflict and cook at a pace each ingredient can embrace.
Wow.
I think that says a lot.
It does.
You know, because it's true. When you get into a blended family, you have the couple. You know, you're trying to figure out what it is you all have, what's that dynamic looking like. But immediately you got kids, a kid or a kid to think about too.
Correct.
And you got to think about what is their love languages like. On top of me already thinking about what his is, now I got to think about how do these children speak?
Right. I think that that's uniquely phrased too. Competing love. That's deep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Competing love.
I mean, you look at it from a negative standpoint, initially hearing it, competing, because when you're competing against someone, it's a competition. Someone has to win.
And somebody has to lose.
Absolutely. But in this situation, we're all winners if we go about it the right way at our own pace.
So it's a win-win competition.
It's a win-win competition. And I think we have to look at it from that viewpoint. And I don't think everyone does, because the kids are fighting for the love from that parent.
Correct.
And there are moments they go against, you know, what they see with that new bonus parent, because they're like,
Right.
that's my daddy or that's my mom. But it's a different type of love.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. I think that, you know, I'm stuck on that competition thing. I'm stuck on it because, you know, as a bio dad, right? You know, I've been in the position of being the in-between.
Okay.
Right. So you have the spouse, the new spouse. You have the bio children, and that are the bonus children to the new spouse. Then when you introduce bio children, right? So, you know, it's just so many different dynamics that come into play, where people want to know, where do they fall? People want to know, and by people I mean family members, right? Within the immediate family, the blended dynamic. They want to know, where do I fall in this? You know, do the bio children want to know, you know, does my biological parent now love somebody more than me? You know, it just gets deep.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think the foundation of that starts way before you get into the marriage piece?
It has to.
It has to, right?
Yeah, it has to. You know, there has to be, the competition needs to end
by the time the
marriage starts. So the competition really needs to be in the dating phase and in the getting to know you phase. And it's almost understandable why there would be competition there.
Right.
You know, is it the case that the competition for love starts off negatively?
Yeah. And
ends positively, or should at least. You hope that it would. You know, those are the things that I think is a great question. Like, does that need to be ironed out before we get to marriage? Right? Before biological children are now brought into the mix, and now you got what they consider half brothers and half sisters and all this kind of stuff. You know, it gets really deep.
So in chapter 5 of the book, and I love this chapter because it starts to give different tools in regards to that. Chapter 5 is building love together in bonus parenting. It says biological parent missteps, becoming paralyzed in your parenting due to guilt over the past, fear of your child's future, or sadness regarding what is happening in your home. Some parents become paralyzed in setting boundaries or following through with discipline, resist the temptation, or holding on to what they call the veto power. Don't hinder your spouse's influence or significant other influence or involvement in parenting just because these are your kids. Make space for the bonus parent. And last, not trusting the bonus parent's heart toward your child. You may not agree with every aspect of how the bonus parent relates to your child, but guard against judging them and uncaring. That sets you against them and teaches your children not to respect them.
Yeah, sure. It's overcompensating.
Which I feel in the beginning, a lot of biological parents do that.
Overcompensate
And they
out of
don't,
guilt.
yeah, they don't, it's not, and I think it's subconscious. I think in our
Well,
situation.
in some cases, it's subconscious.
Okay, can you elaborate on
Yeah,
that?
because in some cases, it's subconscious from the biological parent to feel like, I'm doing this to my child. I don't want to see them hurting. I don't want to see them, upset. I don't want them to feel like I don't love them anymore. Right? That's some cases. Some cases you have where the children or the ex incite guilt. So in that case, it's not subconscious. It's you got somebody who's telling you, you see what you're doing to your child, or you have the child that's saying the child is playing both parents against each other.
Yeah.
The child recognizes that you got a soft spot for them, so they pull on your heartstrings. So you got some situations, where it is a guilt that the biological parent has because they're concerned about hurting their child and what they're putting their child through. But then you got some cases where you have other entities, whether it be internal or external, that are inciting guilt.
But see, this is where I get a little confused, because, and I know you have situations like this. It makes sense, but in divorce, my thing is you're divorcing the spouse. You're not divorcing the kids. Now, I know in some situations when divorces occurred, the other parent seems to just kind of wash their hands and walk away, and you're like, wait a minute, it was me you divorced,
Right.
not my babies. Sure. So I could see where it's like I'm fighting for that love for my other biological parent because it's not there. But I think when it's a situation where I'm not divorcing my kids, I'm divorcing you, I'm not there, right. But the love and the time spent with my kids still exists. And me bringing someone else in here is not to replace, but just to add to. Yeah. How do we teach our kids that? What does that look like from a biological parent standpoint? Because we're going to get into me and what the bonus parent looks like, but how do we enforce that from the biological parent standpoint?
Well, there has to be a level of relationship that's maintained outside of the bonus parent. Okay. There has to be a relationship that's maintained outside of even additional children. Speaking from experience, I had to have moments that were just the girls and I.
That's what I mean. And before we were even married, you had those moments, right?
You have to, because there have to be moments where there's a safe space for them to share. Yep. There have to be moments where they recognize the fact that my love has not changed for them. So now I'm not caring more for somebody new. Yeah. And have put them by the wayside. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So in order to do that, there's an intentionality that's required. Mm-hmm. There has to be time spent. There has to be, there is a such thing as overcompensating, but then there's also a such thing as what's the word? I know we can say intentional, but then you have to overemphasize at times, especially in the very beginning, like, hey, I'm still here. We're still a family. You're still my children. And no matter what, nothing's going to change that. Yeah. What happens is, as to your point, you got some cases and there's possibly, many cases where people forget that. Yeah. And so what happens is the biological children start to feel like, well, what I look like, what happened? What happened to me? Mm-hmm. And so that's where it's important that there is a maintained relationship between the biological dynamic within the blended dynamic.
But understand that to our viewers and to the listeners that from the bonus parent standpoint, or just, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, whatever you want to call, wherever stage you are in your blended situation, you got to be okay with that. And you have to be secure in that. Because I have experienced moments, and even myself, of wondering, okay, like, where do I stand? And you have to think, these are kids. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand what's really happening. their emotions sometimes are understated because they don't know how to express them. And they don't always know what these emotions mean either. So it's important to let the bio parent lead the bonus parent. It is important, and you got to be okay with that. And you got to trust that. Because if you can't, then honestly, I would question, is this something that you can handle? Because the truth is, it doesn't just stop there. Because as your children grow, they require more because their love languages require more. And in that, the bio parent will probably have to give a little more at different stages of their lives.
And I think, well, yeah, I agree. And I think that when you say that the bonus parent has to be okay with allowing the bio parent to lead and has to be okay with, not, you know what I'm saying, enforcing yourself or not, pushing yourself into a situation, that plays into the negative competition of love.
It does.
I mean,
It does.
And sometimes it's not intentional.
It's
It's just that everybody's learning. In the beginning of a blended situation, everybody's learning.
Everybody's learning.
Everybody
very true.
in the situation is learning.
So you make a great point. So in the book, we talk about the 5 P's, which I think are absolutely great. And the first one is pursue. So it says if you want to make a new friend, you have to extend yourself in their direction. Okay. And you must do so in many ways that make it more likely that they will open themselves to you and perhaps pursue you back. So it says smart bonus parents continuously pursue the liking of their bonus children. Be fun and warm. Smile at them. Spend time doing things they enjoy. If you aren't approachable, don't be surprised if they don't want to hang out.
Oh, sure.
So pursue.
Yeah.
And I think that pursuing starts, it says bonus, but it really starts in the beginning. Once you've set the tone of your relationship, right? And you're at a place of understanding where this relationship is going, I think it's really key and critical for the bonus parent, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, to start that pursuing process outside of the bio parent. Kids love to feel wanted. They love to feel accepted. They love to know that not only are you in my space, I'm in your space, but you want to come into my space. You want to understand what are the things I like to do or I don't like to do, not contingent upon my parent.
Yeah.
I think
that's good.
Yeah.
My only point to that would be, don't be cheesy. Don't be cheesy. You pursue, yes. Make yourself friendly, yes. Inviting and wanting to be in their space and vice versa. But don't be cheesy.
Yes.
Because children see through cheesy also. Nobody like, oh, look who's here.
Sorry, guys.
My bonus children are here.
Yes, that's just fake.
Don't be that way.
Now the way, okay, because you saw how he did that or heard how he did that, guys, because I'd be like, hey, y'all. So I don't know if that's to me, but I'm not fake. You know, that's just my personality. I just be excited.
I did not say that. All I said was don't be cheesy. That's all I said.
Don't be cheesy.
That's it. Because here's the thing, and this will come back to also allowing the bio parent to lead, because when we go back to that place of creating a safe space between the bio parent and the bio children, what happens when the bio children come to the bio parent and they say, well, we like the bonus, but they extra, right? What happens when the bio children feel like the bonus parent is extra?
Oh God.
Right?
Yes.
So then if they have a safe space.
Extra? Oh my God.
You extra now. So, I mean, y'all can draw from this whatever you want. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm talking to everybody out there. America, as Bernie Mac would say in the Bernie Mac show, America, don't be cheesy. if you're blending a
No,
family.
real talk, real
Because
talk, real
the
talk.
bio children will tell the bio parent
Yeah,
that the bonus parent is being cheesy.
I agree with
I'm
that.
telling you.
No, 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 no.
Or being extra.
No,
Right?
yeah.
And so then the bonus parent has to be okay if the bio parent comes back and say, hey, you don't have to put on. You don't have to be that way. Just be genuine, be yourself, be open, be loving, and let them build their own relationship.
So another thing that I think is important too is make sure the children know that you're not trying to replace.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
I've seen it, and I don't really care for it when I've seen the bonus parent, or let me not say that, not even the bonus parent. I've seen the girlfriend or the boyfriend step in, and it's like, as if they're the parent. Everybody's situation is different, and sometimes it deems that the bonus parent or soon-to-be bonus parent has to step up a little bit. I get that,
sure.
because everybody's situation is different.
Correct.
But my thing is, you have to make it known to the child that you're not trying to replace in a way that you show them that you're actually trying to support
I agree.
the family dynamic within their own bio parents. It's important, even if they share things with you that they haven't shared with their bio parents. Encourage that they share it. And I can speak from that personally. Because I believe that I have a great relationship with my bonus girls, but every time they share something with me, and they will tell you, the first thing I say is, did you tell your mom? Because I want them to have that open relationship with us both. With us both. I think it's so important that they feel the love from all sides, right?
Do you ask them, did you tell your dad?
No, I don't.
That's the problem.
Because some things it's a woman thing.
That,
They don't
Houston,
need
we have
you
a
don't need to
problem.
know.
I need to know everything.
No, you don't. And with that being said, it says the average. Now check this out. This is crazy because tell me if you agree with this. It says the average bonus family needs 5 to 7 years to integrate their family and bond relationships.
I believe that.
You do?
It takes time.
5 to 7 years though?
Didn't you say at the beginning of this episode that you're still learning?
Oh, that's a good
And how
point.
long have we been blending?
That's a good point.
Right. Now,
Going on
there was
9.
a certain
That's
point,
really good.
but what we can say is that there was a certain point that it clicked.
Yeah.
There was a certain point that all of a sudden we started operating on most cylinders. I won't say all, but there was a certain point when it started clicking, and there's a rhythm that we started
Yeah.
building, and we started operating with, and it became more harmonious, and part of that was the time. It was probably along the lines of 5 to 7 years.
Okay, so with that, the second P is pace. Look at that. Look how you just went right into that and didn't even know it. Look at you. It says really. It says a child's pace should inform a bonus parent's pursuit of their heart. Gauge a child's level of openness to you and match it.
Yep. That would be, and in our situation, that would go back to what you shared in season 1 about Kyla.
Absolutely. Yep.
Kirsten came in to our situation a little more open to you. You all had similarities.
That
Y'all
he
had
used to
lots of
compare us to.
Jesus. Yeah. Y'all had similarities. And still do to a certain extent. And so it made it easier for Kirsten to blend.
Yes.
Kyla, it took a second. So she had to go at her own pace. Kyla, it was a pace that it took. You understand?
Yes.
And so, that
true.
is a true statement.
Yes.
Children have to go at their own pace just like the adults.
So I would love to hear from you all. It would be great to get an understanding to our listeners, to our viewers. Where are you? How are you communicating? At what pace are you at? Where is your pursuit? What does it look like? Are you feeling like you're stuck in a place, or is there success there? Right?
Sure.
I think it's important to hear from you all on that manner because we could be of help. I think this book could be of help
Sure.
because it sometimes when you see it from another person's perspective, it's like ooh.
Right, right. Sure. And don't forget that we have a blended family assessment on our website
Yes.
at www.mydopeblend.com. You know, at any point in your blending process, you know, dynamic, maybe you need to take an assessment and see where are we in the process?
Yeah.
How is this going? Or what point of the pace are we at? Are we moving too quickly? Are we not moving fast enough? You know, so sometimes you have to take an assessment, and you know, we have developed one that we have created, and it's on our website, and you can take it and submit it, and we would get it, and it would be anonymous, and we could kind of go from there to help if we need to. If you wanted to reach out to us on all of our social media,
We here.
My
We here
Dope
to hear
Blend
from y'all.
Podcast, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok is
Be Mom
Be Mom
40.
40. Yeah, that's her
That's
page.
me. And
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
say My Dope Blend, but it's Be Mom 40.
Yeah,
That's me.
so make sure that y'all go see Be Mom 40.
You see how he's mimicking me?
So,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
to go see her. But,
Anyway.
you know, yeah, the assessment is there, and we definitely want you to take it.
Absolutely. So let's get more into it, though. I want to talk about another thing that you focused on that you said it takes time. That is pace, but that's also another P, and that's patience.
Okay.
Okay? So the book says the blended family,
Say it like a preacher, a Baptist preacher. And the book says.
he always has to bring that
Sorry.
up. Where you as
I'm back.
blended family complexity means patience is a must. Okay? It says he used an example in this, and I thought it was a good one. It says his bonus son and I find a good rhythm together in giving and receiving love until he goes to his mom's house for a few days.
Wow.
After that, he's different with me for a
Wow.
while, and we
Wow.
have to regroup. This is a common experience for bonus parents. Patience in that season is a must. It is almost like learning how to ride a bike over and over and over and over again because you think you've gotten into the rhythm of it. And then they go back inside and they're away from the bike for a couple of days. And then they go back and they start falling again. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought you had this. You didn't need the training wheels no more. What is going on? But they came inside, which in this case, he went home. And then they stayed away from it. They was thinking about other things or things were being said. And then when they decided to come back to it, it's like I forgot everything that was done or
Sure.
learned or discussed or
Sure.
even the security I had within it.
Has
It's gone
dwindled.
now.
Well,
That's how you feel.
yeah, I think that in that, that's why it's important for the bonus parent to be themselves.
Okay. Yeah.
It's important for the bonus parent, in my opinion. Let me say that. It's important for the bonus parent to be themselves at all times. What you see is what you get. This is who I am, and here's the reason why. Because if you allow, in my opinion, the bio children to get to know you as who you are, it hopefully, not in all cases, but hopefully they'll fall in love with who you are. When they fall in love with who you are, it won't matter what anybody has to say
That's true.
because they'll get to know you for who you are, right? So it's like, you know, in our case, we can be honest and say, yeah, there may have been some moments where there were some unsavory things that may have been slightly planted, or, you know, in the minds of the children. Children's minds are very, you know, and so, you know, you say certain things and certain things. In our case, they always came back though. They always got back.
It always
we
got
had
back.
an open book a family, and it
Ooh.
always came. It always came back.
And it's about to make
And
me
so
emotional.
in that case, but what was good was that the girls got a chance to fall in love with you. You showed them who you were. You didn't put on, you didn't try to give them one image of yourself and then was really somebody else. It was manipulative, and you were behind the scenes, and you had a secret hand behind your back, and you were doing more for your bio kids than you were for them. And you were just, it wasn't that. It was, this is who I am. You gave them who you are.
And so I don't want to get emotional, but something he said, because it was hard for me during that process, and I can resonate with what he said when the kids go back home and they come back. And it wasn't that the girls changed. It really wasn't. They were so open with us that they would share things. And I struggled internally with what they shared. I never wanted them to feel like they couldn't share, but he knows I struggled, because my thing was, why? Why plant these things in your children's head when that's not me? That's not who I am. That's not what I'm trying to represent. That's not what I'm trying to do. I love these kids. And in that, I'm trying to keep the peace and keep us as a family. I'm not trying to divide us. I'm not trying to replace you. Trust me, I'm not trying to do that. And now I have 2 kids, bio kids of my own. I get what that feels like. So, but it was hurtful when you have a person that's trying to love your kids, and all you do is tear them down to make yourself look better. It's not fair. But I feel the bio parent has to take the brunt of that. We got to take it.
You mean the bonus parent?
The bonus parent, I'm sorry. The bonus parent has to take the brunt of all of it. And it doesn't feel good. And in front of your bonus kids, it's like, don't worry about it. But internally you crying. Like, what did I do?
And
hello? No, I'm not.
no.
Saying.
But
Real.
it's understandable, and I'm sure that right now every bonus parent in the world is identifying with exactly how you're feeling.
Absolutely.
It's sad to say that that really, believe it or not, is a feeling that is mutual to the bio parent.
Really?
Yeah, sure. I mean, everybody has their own perspective in the blended dynamic. Everybody. And I think that's life in general, right? Everybody has their perspective. Everybody's always going to see things through their own personal lenses. And it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, with men and women. Men are never going to see situations from a woman's perspective, vice versa. Never going to see it. When you start to get into race, when you start to get into cultures, there's always going to be people who are going to see it through their perspective, right? So in the blended situation, everybody sees it from their perspective. The bonus parent, the bio children, the ex, everybody sees it from their perspective. Everybody has their own story. You got one story, or let me rephrase that. You have one situation that the bonus parent sees it their way, the bio parent sees it their way, the children see it their way, the ex sees it their way. And everybody's right in their head.
In their head, right.
So what I'm saying is that the bio parent has to bear that brunt as well. Because we have to deal with, now watch this, we have to try to build a safe space and a peaceful home for the children. We have to try to find a way to give comfort to our spouse who has now taken on our children.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. We have to deal with the ex.
Hello.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so if by chance the ex says something crazy to the children come home to the bonus home, blended home, and share that experience with the bonus parent. Mm-hmm. The bonus parent tries to put on as to, not make the situation uncomfortable for the children, but is going to unload on the bio parent.
Yeah.
Now the bio parent has to figure out, how do I take up for my significant other, cover my kids and keep them from nonsense and drama, and possibly have to either put the ex in check or avoid the situation all the way around to try to be a peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper. But in that situation, I believe that's a peacemaker, because at what point, what do you do when the lack of communication thereof may exist between the blended dynamic, but the truth is the ex is a part of the blended dynamic. So what happens when one bio parent only wants to make it right and work and blend, and you're left daddy, and I'm just going to be honest here, in our dynamic, your daddy, and you got to carry the load for all 4 of the women in your life, because the truth is you have 4 women
absolutely.
in your life.
Don't I know? And I
that
wish
will
it was
forever
wish
be.
that was different.
Well, that will forever be. And let's be real. I want to share this with everyone that's viewing and everyone that's listening, and that be it dating, engaged and married. That ex is a part of this mix. You can't exclude them. They're not going to go anywhere. And if you don't embrace it, to me, it makes it harder. Even if it never works out the way you may, as he says, sees it in your head or even in your heart, at least you've tried, and at least you always included that person. But to not include them, one, to me, is a level of disrespect.
Oh, yeah.
That, first
There's
and foremost.
no getting around.
There's no getting around that, and you have to be mature enough to understand that.
Correct.
Right?
I agree.
That whole, I don't have to deal with her or deal with him. No,
Lies.
she ain't a part. That's lies.
Lies.
That's like, if you want your relationship to be what it is and want that dynamic with the children, come on, put on your grown pants and do what you got to do to make it work. Y'all don't have to be friends, but they got to have a level of respect. It is what it is. Be grown. If you want to be grown and be an adult and show your kids. They will see and hear every single thing you are doing, right?
Correct.
We spoke at a conference.
Yes.
And we were amongst a blended family. And in that blended family, Greg said something to the child that was so beautiful, because I felt that child led the way.
Sure.
He was so open and welcoming, and he had bonus parents on both sides.
Correct.
And he was so open to it, not saying that he didn't experience things, but his outlook on things and his positivity and optimistic personality was like, but it's gonna work out. It's all good.
Sure. He was willing to be open.
He was willing to be
which
open.
made everybody else more comfortable to be open to the process.
Right.
Yeah.
And with that comes the the 4th P, which is called persistence.
Okay, that's good.
The ups and the downs of bonus parenting can be discouraging. And for many, the temptation is so emotionally withdrawn to sulk or punish, to get angry, to retreat to your own children, or to just give up because of the hurt that comes with it.
Wow, you kind of got ahead of yourself.
Right?
Yeah, because the last story that you just shared has to deal with persistence, because sometimes you just want to say, you know what, I don't have to deal with that. Who was it, Steve Urkel? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have to deal with this. I'm going home.
I'm going home.
What happens when you can't
You can't go home. Home is this.
Home is blend. Home is this.
Well, that's so good.
You can't go home. You have to leave.
We're home.
I don't have to take this. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
That's the only other option, because home is blend.
Yes.
Right? So, I mean, persistence does come into play. So where are we? So first P was?
First P was you have to pursue.
Pursue.
The next P was pace. Patience, and now persistence.
Yeah. And that's exactly when you have to recognize the fact that, am I in this or am I not in this? Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're committed to it. And this is where we are, and this is how it is. You have to, persistence is what's going to ultimately get you to that 5-7 year turnover point
Ooh.
where everything starts to gel and start to come together.
5-7 years been so long.
Sheesh.
Good
You know,
Lord.
I remember when we met at Elizabeth.
That's where we met, y'all.
Shout out to
Shout
Elizabeth
out to Elizabeth.
Baptist Church.
Yes.
.org. Bishop Craig L. Oliver.
Craig L.
Sr.,
Oliver.
First Lady Cleo Oliver.
Yes.
Which we are so excited. This season, we have an amazing sponsor in Elizabeth Baptist Church.
Woo-hoo.
You
Thank
can
you all.
find them at EBC in your city.
Yes.
That's all the social media handles on Instagram, and I think TikTok is EBC in your city, and Facebook is Elizabeth Baptist Church. And that's just a great ministry. We met there. And
He
the
married
girls
us.
met.
I met the girls
Leslie
there.
at EBC, and that just kind of changed the whole course of our lives. And since meeting there, all five of the, what's the fifth P?
So I'm glad you brought that up, my dear, because you said EBC, the 5th P is prayer.
Oh, wow.
Look, I mean, think about it. Right now, all these 5 Ps, we have just
Have
flowed
all been
right.
aligned.
We
They have. We flow right through the other.
Right
if
through
I
the
was
other.
preaching, I would stick my finger in my
Jesus.
ear and
Okay.
start to pull it right now.
Anyway, the 5th one is prayer.
Okay, that's great. You cannot. That is that 5?
That's
not
5.
1.
Right.
That should probably be 1.
There probably
Gary
should
Chapman.
be. Yes, it
God bless
probably
you.
should be 1.
That was good.
But, you
we're
know-
gonna flip it. We're gonna make prayer number 1.
okay.
And then move all the other 4 P's down.
Right.
You
So
got to
prayer,
start with prayer,
pursue.
end with prayer is 1 and 6,
Okay.
and 3 and 2 and all of them. P is P.
So
P
prayer,
squared.
pursue, pace, and
All
patience,
5.
and persistence.
Prayer,
pursue.
prayer and pursue,
Pace.
prayer and have patience, prayer and be persistent.
All right.
You got prayers are all 5 P's, and then the other P's go along with prayer.
But
You got
listen, he says, the principles we've given you provide a basic roadmap, but you need God's wisdom to know when to zig or zag,
Yeah.
when to keep going and when to back up and start again. Prayer will keep you humble and listening.
Yeah.
Praying together will keep your hearts connected and unified,
Amen. And that is true.
which is so
That is
true.
true. And we can't take for granted we are a Christian home.
Yes, we are.
So we believe in the power of prayer. We have seen the results of the power of prayer.
Yeah.
In your home, whatever that connecting point might be, the faith of your home, finding that center, right?
Correct.
That is going to lead and guide your entire family, right? Because if there is no center, and everybody, as my grandmother would say, is going every which way, where is the center? Where is the connecting point? Where is the place where even when I feel like I don't want to pursue today,
Yeah.
even when I feel like the pace is moving just a little too fast for me,
Yeah. Ooh.
even when I've run out of patience,
Mm-hmm.
even when I don't know if I have what it takes to continue to be persistent in this, right?
Yeah.
What is the center? What is the thing that we come back to that pushes us to want to keep going till we find that sweet spot in the blend?
Brother, you are on it today
Brother.
because
She called me brother.
I'm sorry.
And see, when I
honey,
call her daughter,
because
she
he does.
hates that.
But wait, he's on it because I'm about to bring something up that I think is so important. So for those that are hearing us, you can't see this, but those that are seeing us, so I have a bowl of Skittles on the table, and it's Taste of the Rainbow, of course, but it's for a purpose. And I thought this was a good exercise. These Skittles represent colors of blending. I love how beautiful they are. But each color represents something, and I think we're going to use this activity on each other. So green, use words to describe the family, right? Orange, what needs to be improved in the family dynamic, okay? Red is always, of course, caution or worry. So what worries them, right? And yellow, describe favorite memories. And then the purple is to describe fun activities. Let us know, or we'll let you know some fun activities that we do, right? Okay. So I'm going to let my husband pick a color. Okay. And then I'll pick a color. And then we're going to see how in sync we are.
Oh,
gosh. But let's go ahead and pick a color.
With my eyes closed.
Okay, pick it with your eyes closed. Guys, his eyes are closed for those who are just listening, okay?
I won't go through too many, even though my hands are clean. I washed them right before we started recording.
Okay. Just pick one, and he's making a lot of noise.
Okay. Purple.
Purple.
Royalty.
So,
Praise him.
You are. Describe the fun activities that the family does. What would you think?
We eat.
That's what he does.
That's fun.
No.
No, that's what the family does.
I'm a foodie from a standpoint that I like to try different places. That's true.
But she's a foodie because she likes to try different places. We like to eat. How do I say this? I'll say it correctly. The 4 children and I, we enjoy a good meal.
That's true. They do.
She talks about us.
Yes, I do.
But one of the connecting points that we have as a family is food. We go out and we eat until, listen, you find us a place with a good spinach dip.
Oh God.
And chips, we are there. The Kirklands are there. A party of 6. Spinach dip. Y'all send us some good recommendations of good places with spinach dip. But that's where we like to do it. We connect with every Friday night is pizza night, which we're trying to adjust that because Friday night used to be date night, but the kids confiscated it and turned it into pizza night.
Pizza night.
But we have at least one night, we really multiple, but at least one night, especially when the girls are in college now. But when they come home from college, what do?
We go out to
We
eat.
go out
and the girls look forward to it because they know. They like, I know when I'm with my dad and Miss L that I'm going somewhere good to eat.
That's right.
And they look forward to it.
That's right. And we have some of the best conversations
at the table.
That's
very true. I will
come over here where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is going on. Things happen at the table.
The Lord. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So
it's my turn.
Okay. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Am I supposed to eat this?
If you want to.
I guess.
No, I think the same one. I can't do that. I got it. So I'm gonna put it down.
Trying.
What is happening?
She keeps picking.
Okay, I kept picking purple, guys. So we are in sync. Oh my God. Okay, so.
Oh my God.
So I chose.
Turn these cameras off. We're gonna find out how in sync we are.
So green, use words to describe the family. Fun. We are fun. No, it says use words.
Yeah.
So one is fun.
Okay.
I think we have fun together. We laugh, we joke, which is pretty cool. And, even to see the boys literally are having a sense of humor as well. Yeah. So it's fun, especially our youngest when he gets dad. And we are open.
Yes.
We are honest and we're open with each other. And I love that about us. I love that we have created such a safe place for our children to feel like they can say whatever they want. Now, you better say it respectfully, but say what you want. We want to know how you feel because it's important to us. It really, really is. I want the girls to know that I hear them, and I want them to be able to hear me. But in order to do that, you have to create that space for them to feel okay to do that without judgment.
Sure.
And I think we do a really good job.
We listen.
We don't judge. For real. Like we really try to make it so easy for them to come to us. And the truth is, let's be real. The girls do share things with me, but and tell me if I'm not. When I feel that dad needs to know, do I not come to you?
You do.
I will, and I tell them. I don't just go behind their back and go to their dad. I say, listen, I can sugarcoat it a little bit for your dad, but I need to tell, that's your father. He needs to know where you guys are mentally, spiritually. I need to tell him. And he'll be like, okay. And if it's a situation where I'm like, and you need to talk to them, he will.
Yeah, I will.
So I think right now, those two are very, very key and critical for us.
Fun and open.
And open. We're fun and open.
I like it.
So, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Season 2 is about to be amazing. Thank you so much for all the love that you're giving My Dope Blend podcast. We are so excited. And you know what? I do want to hear from y'all in regards to other things that you want us to talk about. I think it's really important to hear from your viewers and your listeners, things that you all may be dealing with that you want us to bring to the table. Of course, we would never say your name or anything like that, but bringing the topic of conversation out in the open makes it even more of a safer place to do it.
And there's great news that she's not going to tell y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all that my wife has officially written the book.
Oh God!
We alluded to it in season 1, but get on the wait list.
Get on the waiting list. Yes,
the book.
It's coming out.
The book.
Yes,
is on its way.
It's on its way.
I can attest to the fact that she has been writing the book. She has.
And I appreciate even that. Get on the waiting list, guys. I'm excited for us to share, and I'm going to say us, but for us to share some of the things that we've talked about in the podcast, and hopefully we can help you all with different tools that we've taken and applied to our family, and just tools in general. Specifically in this book, once again, that's on our site, Building Love Together in Blended Families, the 5 love languages. And remember the 5 P's, which are, we're going to say prayer first, pursue,
pray and pursue,
pace,
pray and pace,
patience,
pray and patience,
and persistence.
pray and persistence.
And whatever that is like for you all, we can be your place of meditation to hear all of those things once again. If you just subscribe on our YouTube, go to mydopeblend.com and also on our Instagram page, MyDopeBlend, and me on TikTok at BMom40.
But what you really need to do is join the bonus club.
Join the bonus club. Yes.
We got things that only people who are part of the bonus club will see, read, hear, be a part of. If you want to be a part of what goes on after the podcast goes off,
yep,
you need to join the bonus club. www.mydopeblend.com. Just go to Let's Blend and you can join the bonus club there.
Keep blending, y'all.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.